Monday morning rollout. My day gets started out with a delivery. Got to run the little T300 today. Do a quick delivery and then on to the rest of my day. This is a good thing. There's one truck over there. We got two here. I'm taking out the dump truck, and there's only a few trailers out there, just a handful. And that means everything's rolling. That's a good thing. Not good. So we got this truck up on the lift. Took out both of them. We're replacing both. Hopefully that comes in soon. Unfortunately. All right, guys, you saw those rears. Not good. I actually took out both on this truck. And the guys are telling me that I did it when I drove the truck to Pennsylvania, but actually I didn't. I'll show you. We got the new ones installed, and these ones come with a 3-year warranty. These hopefully will last a long time, but yeah, both rears went out. The one was actually in here for the life of the truck, so it's been in here for quite a while. That's a good thing. When this truck went down, he went down in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and the guy needed a truck to continue on. So what we did is rented a Ryder truck, and I'll show you guys in a minute, but we rented that Ryder truck so that way he could continue on. And we went down with our Pro Tote. It's right over underneath the wraps there. It mounts on the fifth wheel, and picked up the truck, and the guy continued on with the Ryder, and I'll show you that. I'll show you. So I'm here working, and sweet truck pulls in. So that beautiful truck was here, and I had to run in for a meeting. I come back out, and the guy's gone. I didn't even get to do a walk around. It was a beautiful truck, though. It was a 1989 truck with a 2WS Cat. Beautiful truck. Unfortunately, that was all the photos I got. I know the guy is from Pennsylvania, and he knows one of our employees here, so that's why he stopped in to say hi. And before I got a chance to do a walk around, it's gone. So I can't let you guys look at such a nice truck without letting you look at a Volvo. So this is the Volvo, the truck that we got from Ryder when they swapped out that truck in Scranton, that gray Peterbilt that's in the shop. Also, in the meantime, my little rant right here, I have. It is a driver vehicle examination report, and it is in regards to one of our trucks that got DOT'd, and it kind of gets frustrating when they just got to nitpick. Like, there's so many things on a truck that could go wrong, right? And they have to, now they're getting to the point where they gotta, they're checking their washer fluid levels, which is kind of crazy. I mean, I never heard of that before. I understand, you know what, you should have it, you should check it. And unfortunately, my driver got wrote up for it. Totally ridiculous. Section 393.78 says system is unable to produce fluid. Well, my driver put in a gallon of washer fluid and hit the button and it was spraying. So kind of gave him a fix-it ticket. We fixed that. The other write-up was, again, something very small. It was a just a light bulb, or a bulb that was out. Just crazy stuff. I know there's a lot of you guys probably have got crazier tickets, and if you got some crazy stuff like this going on, definitely post in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. But by all means, this is probably the craziest little DOT write-up that we ever got, that we're low on washer fluid. But it means, to me anyway, is that we're doing a good job maintaining our trucks, and they're trying very, very hard to write stuff up. So even if you had a brand new truck and you are cruising down the highway and you run out of washer fluid, you better get it filled back up, because they could write you up for it. That's the craziest thing ever. New York State, or I don't know, federal, DOT, whatever. Back to this Volvo. This thing is huge. 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 How does Billy Facillo say that? Look at this. I think they should put an elevator in here. This is a big truck. I'm 6 foot tall, and I got another probably 1.5 feet, 2 foot. It's big. I can't even touch the ceiling up there. And I do want to drive this truck. Check this out. It is right on the seat. I don't know, like, I'm pretty skinny guy, so a big guy, bigger built guy, husky guy, truck driver, he's probably gonna have his leg right over top his shifter. I don't know. To me, that seems like a bad place to put it. But I'm gonna take it on a drive. We're gonna see how this automatic does. Something I wanted to drive anyway. So this thing is warming up. Just some things I go over. You can see the layout here. Seems to be pretty decent. So this thing is what is so noticeable for me, right here on the side of your seat. You would have thought they'd have it up here on the dash, but hey, that's a Volvo. Also, a big thing I noticed is this has a wide cab, so the distance from the driver's seat to the passenger seat, like, it's a ways over there. And a Kenworth, it's like you're right there. Or sorry, in a like a W900, it's definitely closer. I'm not even sure how to do this. I release my brakes and boom, puts it in second gear. Okay. So a little bit of hesitation there. It released my brakes. I left off the brakes, and it looks like it's called Hill Start Assist, and that took over, so the brakes stayed applied when I left off the brakes, and when I hit the throttle, it put it in gear and away we went. Or I should say, release the clutch. And then I look over and see this thing. Why am I driving a Volvo again? By all means, guys, this is not a Kenworth. This truck, I tell you, the transmission is pretty impressive. Unfortunately, it's, you know, for me, I know what I prefer. transmission is actually pretty smart. You know, just I took it a mile or two up the road and back, and just a little bit of shifting that it did, you know, I can see why mega fleets want them, because they can say when the truck shifts, when it doesn't shift, and you can kind of increase your fuel economy quite a bit by just having, you know, some of those parameters set in place. I can see, you know, probably using the brakes a little bit more. Guys maybe treating it too much like a car. I was invited to an online tour of Allison Automatic, like a factory or plant tour of their transmission place, and unfortunately the place was full, or it was I don't know how the online thing got full, but it was full, and it wasn't able to do that. For our application, it definitely is tricky, because we have to back into tight places here and there, and so backing in, I could see backing in this transmission definitely being hard to back into, you know, especially with a heavy load on and trying to get into, you know, just easing it into a really tight spot. I could see being a little tricky, but for the most part, I mean, for these fleets just cruising down the road, I mean, at 60 mile an hour, this thing is only, I think, revving at about 1,000 RPMs. So it's definitely geared for fuel economy, and I think it could probably be pretty impressive on fuel economy, especially knowing that it will not let you, you know, I think the 1500, 1600 right around there was when it would shift. If you held it flat, 15 to 1600. But yeah, I think in our fleet, an automatic transmission would be a little bit tricky. Definitely, I could see maybe on a dump truck or something like that, but for our semi trucks, for local hauling, it's going to be a little tricky. Most of my life, it was always Kenworth, Peterbilt, what I grew up with, what I was around. We have 2 international trucks, but I rarely get to run them. They're just straight trucks that we don't run a whole lot. And just hopping in this thing, the interior, everything, it's so different, so much of an adjustment, different stuff to get used to. But I'm not saying it's bad, it's just definitely different. Tomorrow I got to go haul a load of beans. So I showed you guys the kidney beans, and I showed you guys the black beans. Tomorrow I'm going to haul a load of string beans. So the reason we were able to get this truck is because the 680 was in the shop. Remember the T680 that got towed out of here? It was a rider lease truck, and that thing went down actually 2 times since it got towed out. So it's still been giving us a lot of grief, and it's back in the shop. So we ran short, and that's why we picked up this rider truck. We could have, with that Pro Tote that we have, usually what we do is we will hook up to another truck here and we'll tow it down. There's one guy, we'll tow it down and then turn around and bring the bad truck back and leave that good truck for the guy to continue on. This time we weren't able to do that. We were short on trucks because we were down a truck with 124 being gone, or sorry, I say 124, that's that truck number, with that rider being, with the T680 being gone. Now we hope to get this thing back in the next couple days, and hopefully, I think they said that T680 is done, so we'll get that truck back and see what happens, how that thing runs. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.